Welcome back, Tough Kid Nation, to our latest installment, First Jobs. Today we're going to explore all the virtues of that first job and all the life lessons and skills it taught us on how to become successful adults. But first, we were nowhere near as tough as these Depression-era kids, and we're not even going to pretend to be. Young boys working in coal mines to help support their families instead of going to school. This was before child labor laws. The sweet, innocent faces hardened by soot, coal, dust, and stress. Little girls working barefoot in factory sweatshops. No, we were not them, but we certainly knew of them and respected them. Girls from our generation were babysitters, not as dangerous as working in a sweatshop, but some had to fend off angry kids with bad intentions. Other kids were downright devils, running out of their homes without permission. Brats will be brats. There were other times when babysitters had creepy old men in raincoats lurking outside their homes. Meanwhile, inside the house, some babysitters were forced to teach some of the older boys how to dance. They were paid extra for this. Since we grew up in a time when nobody locked their front doors, people engaged in this strange habit of just breaking into homes and firing their guns at the kids. I know it sounds hard to believe, but many babysitters have to deal with such crazy working conditions. I'm not sure why, but the most popular first job for girls, that of babysitter, is apparently on the decline. Don't tell America, but the babysitter is dead. Well, it took about 40 years to kill her off. Working at fast food joints taught us all about humility and how to deal with crappy customers.
I believe you have to fill out a form for that.
No, I'd like my money back now.
We grew up with the customer is always right.
I have to fill out a form.
Today's kids, I don't think so.
Most of it already, so.
You see that sign? It says 100% guaranteed. You know what the meaning of guarantee is? Did they teach you that here?
Working at such a restaurant was sort of like the scene from Animal House.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Every day we came in, and we had to endure the abuse.
May I have another?
We just shrugged it off.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
We gained valuable work experience at places like Wendy's. Here's a corporate photo of how uniform service should look from the time period. And here's some pictures of actual teenager workers at the Wendy's in Ramsey, New Jersey. First jobs allowed us to form friendships, alliances, even romances that extended outside of work. It was our first taste of adulthood and the mixing of business and pleasure. We were also employed at Burger King and McDonald's, learning skills like responsibility. Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce. It's not what you're thinking. To show you how much society has changed over the years, check out this side-by-side of McDonald's then and now. The top one you bring your wife and 4 happy kids to. The bottom photo looks like a place where you serve 5 to 10 before early parole. Here's another first popular job, stocking shelves at the A&P. Oh, the humiliation of stocking toilet paper when 4 pretty girls walk in from your high school. Go get them, Tom. Don't forget to take the retainer out, though. There you go. These first jobs taught us how to network and build relationships. We'd reach out to our friends and be like, hey, are they hiring down at your place? They'd be like, yeah, come in for an interview, and I'll put in a good word for you with the boss. And bingo, you were in. This was the first life lesson learning that life is not a spectator sport, and you need to get up off your ass and make the necessary connections for advancement. Being a newspaper boy meant you needed to pick up your bundle at an exact time and then deliver those individual papers to homes by a certain time as well. This taught us the virtues of responsibility and punctuality. We also learned that our strong work ethic wasn't always rewarded, that there was always the customer who never gave us a tip. But that's what Mischief Night was for. Our parents paid us to cut the lawn. This led to a sense of entrepreneurship, and we opened up our own neighborhood landscaping businesses. In keeping with the 80s theme, this group of landscapers dressed like they were in the movie Ghostbusters. Waitressing was another big first job for girls. Working at Pizza Hut, working at the mall, learning how to deal with demanding customers, and being subjected to inappropriate comments from men at their tables and in the kitchen. Waitresses also had to endure the disappointment of shitty tippers and learn not to let their stinginess destroy their sense of confidence. Speaking of a sense of confidence, boost ours by subscribing to the Tough Kid channel right now. And I mean it, right now. Also, smash that like button, share the video, and as always, leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions for a future video, or if you think we might have missed something from this one. Now, back to Tough Kid's first jobs. Many of us worked at the local convenience store. I'm sure it must have been creepy for a teenage girl to sell Playboy magazine and condoms to the middle-aged man who lived down the street. We also served alcohol as teenagers. Here's Bobby Batapede from the Allendale Deli in 1982, aged 17. He had to ID people older than himself, and he got to know the drinking habits of more than a few soccer moms. In the 1980s, it was all about discretion. We sold shoes at stores like Tom McCann. The Al Bundy stereotype was real. The shoe salesman not only had to measure the foot, but also had to inhale the cheesy smell of fat-footed customers. But as you can see from this very unrealistic photo, they performed the duty with a smile. Just ask Annie Graff. Supermarket checkers made for stressful first jobs. This was the pre-barcode era, so you always had an uptight older woman saying, "You overcharged me on the canned peaches." But the girls always performed their jobs with patience and a smile. The worst part of the job was being the bagger. The coolest summer job ever was being a lifeguard, especially if you were a dude, surrounded by girls in bathing suits all day. I could never cut it as a lifeguard. I was a terrible swimmer. The last swimming race that I won was when I was conceived. We will wrap up this video by including some uncommon miscellaneous first jobs. We decorated cakes at Carvel. We assisted customers at sporting goods stores. We worked as office workers, filing and organizing documents. We provided customer service at record stores. Oh, records were round discs that you put on your turntable. Right. Turntables went around in circles as a needle ran across the vinyl to produce sound and music. We're not taking anything for granted here at the Tough Kid channel. And lastly, everybody knows somebody who had to dress up like a pirate or something ridiculous because it was part of the uniform. Well, that's it. Until next time, Tough Kid Nation, always remember that back is the way forward. We'll see you soon. Like tomorrow for our next video, Tough Kids Today.